So today we will be seeing JDBC, that is Java Database Connectivity. So for this Java Database Connectivity concept, for understanding this concept, I have this Apache NetBeans IDE 12.2 version installed in my system, and I have this MySQL 8.0 installed in the system. So it is, I'll enter my password. So this is my MySQL terminal. So this is my MySQL terminal. Now let us create a database here in MySQL. So create database name. So let me give any name, say sample. Create database sample, SAMPLE. So I have created one database. Now I want to use this database, so use sample. Now I am inside the database sample. Now inside this database, if I want to create a table, say create table, the name of the table is say student. It is having two values, one is roll number integer and second value is student name of varchar 20. So I have created one table student having two values, one is roll number of type integer, student name of type varchar. Now I want to insert one row in this particular table, so I will write insert into student values, say first is roll number 1 and name of the student is say Rohit, any name you want, okay, Rohit. So now I have inserted one value, one row in the table student. Now if I want to see, select star from student, select star from student. So it says yes, table is there, one entry that is roll number and name Rohit is there in the database. Now all these things we have done, all these queries we have executed in this MySQL command line prompt. Now let's say you want to connect your Java code with this MySQL. It means through your Java code you should be in a position to create table, create database, insert the record in the table, update the value of a record. You should be in a position to delete the entries in a table. All these SQL queries you should be in a position to trigger, you should be in a position to execute through your Java code. Now I have this NetBeans installed here in my system. So let me create a new project for you. File, new project. Okay, I'll create a normal Java application. Project name of your choice. Here default is Maven project 6. It's okay, no issues. You can change project name and give project name of your choice. Okay. So this new project is created over here. You can ignore this now. Okay, now new project is created over here. Now to run this JDBC program, to execute this JDBC program, you need the drivers. Drivers means you need an interface between your program and database. You need connector, you need a driver. So basically you can go to here, you can go to this mysql.com. You can go to mysql.com and go to this downloads section. Go to this community downloads and here you can see various connectors are there. So connector for C++, connector for Java, connector for Node.js, and so you can download this connector for Java. Since I have already downloaded it, so when you click on this connector/j, it will ask you to download. It is a small file of say 2 to 4 MB. When you download it, and after downloading you unzip that file, and place that file in one particular folder. You can create a folder here and place it. I went to this program files, I went to this MySQL folder, MySQL. So this MySQL driver folder I have created, and I have placed this MySQL connector Java 8.0.24. I mean this file that just now you have downloaded it from the mysql.com. So it contains this jar file, MySQL connector Java 8.0.24.jar file. So basically this jar file is needed to have your connection established from your Java code to MySQL. Now this you have downloaded it and you have pasted it in some folder, any folder of your choice, and you have downloaded it and kept it ready for use. Now here let's copy the name. Now here in your project here, in the you go to this dependencies tab, you go to here in the dependencies, right click on it, click on add dependency. So group name you can give of your choice, say 1 minute. Right click, add dependency. Group name you can give my jar file, any name that you want to give, you can give here. Artifact ID you can give this MySQL connector, any name you want, and version 8.0.24. okay, this you can give it here. I have copied this from the name of that jar file itself. Click here, add. Now you can see here MySQL connector Java 8.0.24.jar is created. Again right click on this and click manually install the artifact, and here choose that path where you have installed. Go to this PC, C drive, program files, MySQL server, driver, and select this jar file. Select, install locally. Now whatever are the contents of that jar file will be installed and will be available in your project for usage. So let it install. For the time being, we'll go to this source package. Inside source package, we create a new class, new Java class. Let's say we give the name is say demo of JDBC, demo of the JDBC class. We have given the class name as demo JDBC, since we are learning how we can connect database with the JDBC Java. Click on finish. Okay, now this blank file gets created for you. So here what we have done. So the first statement is we have imported java.sql.star. We need to import this java.sql package for dealing with all these SQL related activities. Then we have a class, demo JDBC class, that we have created. We have written a main function, the query that we want to execute. So first we want to select all the data that is available in the student table. So we have written query, we have created one query variable. We will use it later here for submitting it to the database. Now in the first line we have written class.forName MySQL JDBC driver. So this is the parameter wherein you are loading all the drivers related to your MySQL connection with JDBC. If you are using a different kind of a database to connect, then appropriate driver you need to choose. If you Google it, you will get the driver name easily. Second is, next we have used this connection class, created connection class. Using that you have what you can say establish connection with your database. Our database name is sample. So this is the path to my database. This is my user ID for MySQL, and this is the password of my MySQL. So if your password is some different, you need to change here. This is the username and password for MySQL, and my database name is sample. Recently we have created one database here is sample. Say create database sample. So we need to connect to the sample database. So we have given sample path. Then we have created a statement object. Using this statement object, we execute query. Which query we want to execute? We want to execute this query. Select star from student. And whatever this query returns, when this query returns, all the rows get stored in this result set object. 1 row, 2 row, 5 row, 100 row, 500 rows. All the rows get stored in this result set object. Then we will iterate through result set. When there are more rows for reading, read the integer value and string value from the first row and print it on the screen. If there is more row available, read the second student roll number and name, print it. This loop will continue till you have data in your result set. Once you fetched it, once you printed all the records, this while will end and you will close the connection. So you will save the file, right click, and you run the file. So it will run and it will fetch. It will fetch. Now how many records you have in your database? You have only 1 and Rohit. So it will fetch record 1 and Rohit. So it for the first time it takes some time to execute. Let us wait here. Build success. So 1 Rohit, see the record 1 and Rohit is fetched from the database. Now let's say if you want to insert another record in the database, if you want to say insert another record in the same database, you go here, click new Java class. I want to create, say insert JDBC demo. Insert JDBC demo, some name we have given. Okay, finish. Now let's copy the same code here so that you will be able to understand what changes are needed. Here you can import the package. Here let me copy entire thing from main to here. I'll go here, I'll copy it here. Now since I want insert query, I don't want this select query, I'll delete this select query. Now I will write, say string query is equal to insert into student values, let's say 2 comma Dhoni, if I want to insert this record. So everything will remains the same, the database path remains the same, statement remains the same. Here we don't want anything to return. Here we do not want anything in return, so we will delete this thing. We don't want anything in return. Result set, we will simply execute the query. So here we will write execute update. So we will save the file. Simply this is our program for value insertion in the database. We will run the file. It will run the file and let's see. Okay, build is successful. It means the record 2 and Dhoni is now inserted into the database. Now let's see. Earlier we were having 1 and Rohit. Now it is having 2 and Dhoni. So this second record we have not inserted using MySQL editor. We have inserted it using your Java code. Now let's say if you want to delete this record, delete the first record. So instead of this query, what you can write is say string query is equal to delete from student where roll no is equal to 1. Okay, so you have written this query, delete from the table name where roll number is equal to 1. We will save this file, we will run the file. So simply this query will get executed and first record from the table will be deleted. So here it is running the file, build successful. Let us run this query. So the first record got deleted. So likewise you can execute all your what you can say database queries likewise. So in brief, first you need to, in the first step, you need to import all your SQL related classes using this import statement. Write your query, which query you want to execute, load the drivers, then establish the connection, provide the path, username and your password for your MySQL database. Then you create a statement object. Using that statement object you execute. So execute query is a function. Normally you should use it whenever you will be executing a select query, and it returns a result set object. The rows which are fetched from the table is returned in this result set object, and you iterate through those result set objects till the rows are available, and you print it like this on the screen. Whereas in all other operations we don't want anything in return. We are simply supplying, say, update, insert, delete to the database, so we don't want anything in return. So you simply use execute update function, pass the query. Once you execute update, close the connection, and you can see the output here like this.